Hello and welcome to Studio 90 from inside the Home Depot Center Stadium. Of course, the U.S. team is usually training on the grass fields outside the stadium. However, an artificial surface has been laid for the first time in the Home Depot Center, in preparation for an American football game staged by the NFL Players Association taking place later this month. The U.S. team took advantage of this unique circumstance to get a run on the fake stuff due to the fact that every single match at the Olympic qualifying tournament in Vancouver will be played on an artificial surface. We talked to a few of the U.S. players to get their thoughts on the challenges of going from grass to turf.
I think the main difference between playing on turf and grass is just the speed of play. You definitely have to get used to how the ball moves, how it bounces, and just really kind of adjust your touch to the turf.
The turf is definitely different than grass. We don't train on it as much, but it's still, not the end of the world. Like, it depends on the size of the turf. We train here today at Home Depot. The turf's a little bit bigger, a little bit longer, easier to get underneath the ball. And that's what will be great about going into qualifying is, we're getting a little bit of training on turf, not too much so our bodies don't get, too beat up on it, but everybody's got to play on turf in qualifying. So it's anyone's game out there, and it'll be nice to get out to Vancouver, train a few times on that turf, get ready, but it's just getting the feel. I think so the first 10 minutes of every game will just be, finding the feel of the game, finding the feel of the turf, and seeing what our strengths are on it, and that's what we have to go after.
I think it's not ideal for soccer players. We love playing on grass, but it is what it is, and we'll make the best of it. I just think it's a little bit of a harder surface and sometimes more difficult to get under the ball for, of course, shots, crosses, that kind of stuff. But a lot of us are very used to playing on turf, whether it be at college or with our WPS teams. So it'll take a little bit getting used to, but it's nothing that we're completely unfamiliar with.
I think it depends if they water the turf down as well. The speed picks up, but definitely I would say the final passes are a little bit harder to, the texture you have to put on the ball on turf is a little bit different. So, there will be a lot of balls running out of bounds more so than we do on grass, but it's something you got to get the feel for.
Sometimes I think that if it is a little bit harder and the ball's bouncing a little bit more, it becomes a more combative game, I think, which for us could be good. We have some of the best ball winners in the world on our side, but I think that we'd prefer, to keep the ball on the ground and keep it moving. So it could become a little bit more of a physical match, I would say.
Yeah, I think it's definitely something that takes a little bit of time to get used to, but as long as you plan on it for a little bit and getting used to it, you can adjust pretty well. It's just soccer.